Shudders. Oh, the pain. The pain of having intrusive thoughts. Everyone has had an intrusive thought. Always snuggling up to your ear at the most randomest of times to whisper sweet nothings of how or why anything could happen and when. I think there are two kinds of people in this world. People who hate intrusive thoughts, and people like me who find intrusive thoughts occasionally funny, occasionally entertaining, but overall, I also hate them. Good morning, evening, or night, since I don't really know when I'm going to post this. But today, we are going to be talking about intrusive thoughts. Everyone's had them. I'm sure we've all had similar variations to them as well. Like, for example, you're holding something important, and you just get the thought, what if I drop this? That'd be pretty embarrassing. Or it'll be those times where you stay up late at night wondering, why the hell did you say thank you when you were supposed to say you're welcome? It's not that new. But I heard that sometimes with the people that you are close with, you'll have a same way of, thinking. And it got me wondering if we get the same kind of thoughts, just randomly appearing in our head and just sticking around. Do my siblings randomly think, gee, I wonder how my brother's doing? Probably getting kidnapped? Maybe. Makes sense. Dude, no it doesn't. What exactly is an intrusive thought? Well, by intrusive, it's kind of obvious. An intrusive thought is a thought that is unwanted, random, and just kind of sticks around, like a house guest that won't leave. And your brain is obviously being very polite and not telling the thought straight up to leave, but it is clearly unwanted, and it probably keeps you up at night. Intrusive thoughts aren't really that dramatic, though. Some intrusive thoughts can be a bit sad or a bit scary, worrying, and others are just, why did I think that? It'll be one of the dumbest things you hear, and you're just grateful that no one else can read your thoughts. Speaking of reading thoughts, is it just me who imagines the weird Psyche K? Just able to hear your thoughts but doesn't really care? It's a bit worrying, and that's an intrusive thought. It just appears, and it's either worrying, stupid, or just very depressing. But obviously, who really cares about the depressing ones when it's just the weird ones? Some of them I like to think are just divine thoughts, and that's why they kind of stick around. Because even though they sound stupid, some of them actually do happen in my day-to-day life. Not day-to-day, but in my life, it happened. And so I continue thinking that, and was like, well, dang, it's probably going to happen again, I guess. I remember I used to get the intrusive thought that whenever my mom or dad goes out, something's bad's gonna happen. Usually because it does happen. Like how my mom broke her wrist and my dad sprained his ankle. They just get injured, and that worries me. So I always get the thought, could you imagine they break a leg? And not to be in the cast of Hamilton, just in general, they break their leg. But obviously it's not real, I just get that thought a lot. And it's reasonable enough, but some other ones I'm just surprised I even thought of it. Like, I was watching the show House with my siblings, and there was this pregnant lady, and I'm sure you know where this is going, because you've probably had the exact same thought. You just pop that belly like a balloon. Sounds gross, it is gross, but I get that thought, and I'm not sure why. I swear to God, everyone thinks it, because there's no way no one does. And it's just stupid. And I don't know why I get that thought. Every time I see a pregnant lady, I think balloons. My intrusive thoughts are kind of scary. It's just me being anxious, really. I'd just be laying in bed and just randomly think, oh my goodness, could you imagine? A spider's right behind your head, and you can't see because it's in the dark. It's there, I swear. It's right there. You just can't see it. Those intrusive thoughts do get me to, double check things, which I guess is sometimes okay, because then sometimes I do make a mistake, and it's good that I double checked. But at the same time, it's just, why are you worrying me? Stop it. I'm sure everyone, including me, like to imagine our intrusive thoughts as a separate entity. It's just there, mumbling whatever little garbage it wants to say at the most random time. But that's whatever. It's not really something I worry about or really care about. It just sometimes keeps me up at night because I continuously think about it. You can only fight an intrusive thought with another, more pleasant intrusive thought. I find trying to imagine embarrassing stuff just making it even worse. I think that's going to stop my intrusive thought because I'm thinking of something else really, really hard, and it doesn't work. In fact, it just ruins my mind. It makes me overwhelmed and stuff, so I do not recommend that. But what I do recommend is you liking and subscribing my video. This is the end. I don't really have much to say. Thank you to all the new subscribers for watching. This was just a little thing because why not, really? And just know that whatever intrusive thought you get, whether it is very bad or very good, it doesn't really matter. Intrusive thoughts aren't part of your personality, aren't hidden secrets. If you think of something bad, that doesn't make you a bad person. It's just coming from whatever media you saw. That's all from me, really. Thank you for watching, blah, blah, blah. Give me a comment if you really enjoy this, and I will see you all some other Friday.